Hey everybody, this is Chris Serving with Kratom Kingdom or Kratom with Chris, whatever you want to call it. Technically, it's Kratom with Chris. So if you're searching for it for other ones of my videos, you're going to want to look at Kratom for Chris or Kratom Kingdom because I'm responsible for both. But Kratom Kingdom got kicked down for some reason. I think because kratom is such a controversial subject because it works, pharmaceutical companies are tripping out. As the title of this video indicates, how does kratom work for pain? Is kratom an analgesic? I don't worry, I had to look that word up too. Analgesic just means takes pain away. Like Tylenol or aspirin is an analgesic. If you did know that, I'm sorry. I just wanted to cover all my bases. So I woke up this morning and my knees were killing me. It's like sometimes I wake up and depending on how my legs were conditioned, if they're laid in a bent position all night, then they want to stay bent all day long. So when I stand up, all those what are the things called? Tendons that stretch down the back of my leg ache because they're being stretched out of place. They want to be curled up short. So I take a cup of kratom, and after about the second cup, I can run a marathon. I mean, I can basically get up and clean my house and do what I gotta do. It's amazing for pain. If I was on a pain level, when I woke up, I was on a pain level of 8, meaning as soon as I put my feet on the ground, it was like, this is gonna be one of those days. But rather than stay in bed all day or on the couch, I decided I was gonna I'm gonna rearrange all the boxes that I packed. Not unpack them, just rearrange them so that they're not all on one wall. I'm gonna try to keep them packed up just because I don't want to repack them again. Packing with one hand is nonsense. And you'll notice about me, I go off track a lot. I think that's part of what's lovable about me. Ask Peggy, she'll tell you. Or ask Tamara, she'll tell me what's lovable about me. Because I love them. If the world were different, I'm just kidding. Off choice track again. Yes, kratom is really good for pain, and specifically red strained kratom. So if you're going to your kratom dealer online, which I would recommend, to hell with these head shops and corner store and kratom capsules. You know, the biggest use of those is to uncapsulate them and pour them in to make a tea, because my studies show, that kratom in a liquid form mixed with citric acid tastes terrible, but is the best way to get the analgesic effects of the kratom. I wish I was a lot cooler and but my channel is actually breaking up and getting up there again. I had 600 and something subscribers before, which we're working for that again. I have no idea how many I have now. I try not to look too much, but it's getting up there to the hundreds at least. It's 60s, I think. Who cares? The point is, you're here now and you want to know, does kratom help pain? Yeah. 100% kratom heals pain. Not heals pain. Well, in my case, it did heal pain. My entire life, since I hit puberty, I suffered extreme cluster migraines, where they would put me in seizures, knock me out, I couldn't go to work, and it was disabling. That's not why I'm on disability. I'll tell that story later. But it was crippling. I mean, my life was dictated around a migraine. And I had a very athletic wife who wanted to go out and do things. Let's go mountain biking. Okay, let's go hiking. Okay. And I had to do all these sports with a migraine. And any of you that suffered a migraine, or especially those of you that have suffered fibromyalgia, know what it's like to be forced to go and do something when you're in just agony. When everything in your body aches and hurts. Just touching your skin hurts. And after my first cup of kratom, I was like, what? I'm not having headaches anymore. This is weird. This is bizarre. It took me about a month to realize that I wasn't having any more headaches. And that was after having them every single day. So you too can be free from migraines, from knee pain. My brother just had knee surgery to replace one of his kneecaps. And instead of taking hydrocodone, he's very opposed to taking hydrocodone because he saw what it did to me and how it turned me into an addict. So he wanted to go the natural way. So he asked me about kratom. And I was like, you've come to the right person, dude. And I hooked him up, showed him how to use it, showed him where to get it. The best. Okay, this is the deal. I'm back with Uju again. And I hooked my brother up with Uju. My brother bought 5 kilograms. That's like 15 pounds of this stuff for like $175. And Uju was over the moon because that feeds his family for a month. And it feeds your kratom for a year. I mean, imagine not having to worry about getting kratom every single month, you know, and having to go to these places that are not only they have to raise their prices because when they buy it from their farmer, they're paying the same prices that Uju charges. So they've got to pay $200 for 5K or whatever. They might get a discount if they order it by the ton, which very few of them are ordering them by the ton, according to Uju. And he's with a coalition where they all they all talk together and decide the price of kratom. It's very early American farm-esque, and it works for them. They're surviving, and they're surviving on kratom, on this natural analgesic. And so anyway, my brother took the kratom every single morning when he woke up. And he and I would have a cup of kratom together and talk, just like coffee. And he was like, and I'd hand him his bottle of hydro, and he was like, pushed it back, and he's like, I don't need that shit. He's like, I don't need it, my knees don't hurt. I'm like, let me see you walk. Just because I wanted to see if it really, because if I'm talking about this on YouTube, I wanted to make sure that it worked. So he stood up. He's a martial artist, and he did a front snap kick and was not in it. This is 2 weeks after having a knee surgery, a knee replaced. He did a front snap kick, and I was like, do a spinning front kick for me. So he did, and I was like, okay, I'll take your pills and we will shred them. The first thing in my mind was, I will take them, because I'm an addict. Which is why I drink. Another video is, can you drink too much kratom? Can you become a kratom junkie? Not really. You can get off of kratom and there's no withdrawal side effects. Some people say there is, but those people are crazy. Just like Tech-9. Wow, 10 minutes. I've kept you guys long enough. So yes, kratom is amazing for pain. Go see my homie Uju on Facebook Messenger. Uju, Ujuowen, and he has to use a translator to talk to you. So he will talk back and forth to you, and he'll call you brother because that's his word. He calls me brother. I'm like, we're not brothers. But in his mind, we're brothers because we're in business. He thinks we're in business together. I'm like, I'm not in business. I don't sell kratom. I sing its praises. I don't sell it. I don't want to get into that market. I tried and thought about it, but that's not my thing. I'm more into it to educate. Can you believe it? Okay, this is it. They just legalized edibles across 52 states. You can now order edibles and have them delivered directly to your door through the U.S. Postal Service. And it's not that expensive. It's like $20 for like the introduction, and it goes up to $80 for like once you've had the intro, you know, then they'll give you a little bit more and a little bit harder of a dose. I'm very interested in trying it, wanting to try all things, because it's for mood, you know, and my mood could use a boost. If I can get off of my antidepressants, I'll take an edible. Hell yeah. Who wouldn't? I mean, who doesn't want to get off of the machine of pharmaceutical companies? If you're a pharmaceutical company, shame on you. All you are doing is profiting off of people's pain and illness. And shame on you. Anyway, I hope you are all gonna have a good weekend coming up soon. Today is Thursday, I believe. Yeah. So have a great weekend. Have a great day. Love you all. Peace out.